Hey y'all, this is Dan from Freedom Garage, and we're doing a West Coast edition again. And this time we're gonna actually do an oil change on this 1993 Toyota truck. It's got the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder motor in there. And I'm the original owner of this vehicle. It's been awesome. Have a lot of hard off-road miles from the California, Nevada, Arizona deserts. But now it's up here in the state of Washington on the San Juan Island. And this is my dad's daily driver. So we're going to change the oil for him. And let's go ahead and get into it. Come along. So I love these trucks. I miss my truck. But I love these trucks because they're easy to work on. Also, at least for simple maintenance, you don't need to jack them up. They're just tall enough to just come under here. So go ahead, get yourself a 14 millimeter wrench right by your front differential for this, again, 2.4 inline 4-cylinder. There's your oil bolt right there. You go ahead and remove that. I need to get the oil pan in place before I put it. Again, wish this was at my shop. Much easier when you have a lift and all the right equipment, but in this case we don't need a lift. But my oil pan is usually bigger than this. Looks like I got a Father's Day gift coming up for my dad. And just let all that run out. Once the oil comes to just a small stream or drips, go ahead and put back your oil pan bolt. And tighten. But again, with your 14 millimeter wrench. We're done down here, now to go up top. Okay, now that we got the oil drain from the oil pan and the motor, we're up top here, right by the engine bay. And typically these take a Fram, I use a Fram PH 3614 filter. And actually interesting, this is a 1993 Toyota truck. So on my wife's Lexus, my son's Lexus, they use the same exact filter 20 some odd years later. So that's pretty cool of Toyota to have that kind of consistency. So again, if you have multiple vehicles, they use the same filter, which is pretty cool. However, for this truck, this is a hack that I want to share with y'all. If you want to get some more filter material than that small little PH 3614, again, we're talking Fram here, this is what I use. So this is a bigger filter. It's a Fram PH 8A, and it has more filter material. It's a much bigger filter, but it's the same thread size and the same gasket seal. So it fits. If you have room where your filter housing unit is, you can actually use this filter. You get more filter material, and it just does a better job filtration because it's a bigger filter. So that's a little hack. I've been running that since the original owner. I was the original owner on this, and I've been running that for, now this is what, do the math. 28 years old truck. It's got 180 some odd thousand miles on it. So again, one thing you might consider is run it at your own risk. This is for entertainment purposes only. You guys know all the standard disclaimers. So anyway, but the filter is right behind the air compressor pump on the passenger side. You can get to it usually standing right in front of the passenger headlight, using your left arm to go around the back of the intake. You should be able to spin off that filter. I'm going to do that right now. Then once you get it off, you might want to bring it around the front. It's probably too big, and maybe that's why they chose that 3614 instead of the big one. But you can bring it out the front, right in front of the air compressor, right by the battery. So here you can see there's the old one. It's got full, so I'll put this aside, empty it out into the container. I then like to take a new oil and put just a bead of new oil around the gasket. So I'll just go ahead and dip my finger in there. Get some oil on my finger. Just put all the way around the gasket. And now I'll go ahead and put that filter back in, reverse the way you took the other one out. Put it in through the front. Get it back there. And once you guys get it, you can kind of got to use the force to get those threads started. Once you do, you spin your filter on and then do it hand tight and maybe a 16th or a quarter turn or 1/8 turn past tight. So if I remember correctly, this takes about 4 quarts. My dad got 10W30 high mileage oil. Take off your oil cap, should be at the front of the motor here. Y'all can use a funnel if you want to make sure nothing goes anywhere. After y'all put in 4 quarts, go ahead and check the oil for level. The dipsticks is up front right by the oil cap. You can see I've got some good oil right there. Hopefully y'all can see that on the camera, but we're at level. So 4 quarts. We will save this 5th quart for another day. And go ahead and put your oil cap back on. Spin that on. Check for leaks. And that's about it. And this is an older vehicle, so again, there's no oil life reset. I would highly encourage y'all to have some kind of binder or book for each vehicle. You can write down the mileage. My dad, to keep it simple, actually just changes mileage every even 1,000. You can do it that way as well. So, hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. And like the video and subscribe to the Dangerson channel. We are always getting into all sorts of stuff. And just like enjoying having y'all along for the ride. Y'all have a good day.